demonstration. Breaking news. The latest update in the P. Diddy scandal. Now there is a 13-year-old that is saying P. Diddy, along with two other celebrities at the VMAs after party, sexually assaulted her. Also, Janice Combs could be under investigation for conspiracy. Before I get into this demonstration, let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. What that means is that everything that you hear in this demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Everything that you hear in this video that I call a demonstration is only the opinions of mine and others. Everything that you hear in this demonstration is only allegedly. Salute to the replay gang. Salute to the chat. Salute to all of my moderators. Salute to those that are watching from the clouds. Salute to Nola. Salute to Deborah. Appreciate you all for pulling up. Salute to the whole Rock Squad. Let's jump straight into this. Sean Diddy Combs accused of the R word, a 13-year-old with two other celebrities at a VMA's after party. Crazed look in his eyes. Salute, Tammy. Wow. It doesn't stop. Sean Diddy Combs has been accused of allegedly drugging in the R word a 13-year-old girl as two celebrities joined in at a VMA's after party in New York 2 decades ago, according to a new wave of lawsuits. The disturbing allegations were laid bare in a slew of civil lawsuits filed against the fallen music mogul in the Southern District of New York late Sunday. In one of the suits, an alleged teen victim, only identified as Jane Doe, claims she was attacked after having one drink that left her feeling woozy and lightheaded at the drug-filled house party in September 2000. The court papers charges. Salute, Suntan. Salute, Miss G. Now, that was 24 years ago. We all asked, why is this coming out now? Many of us feel as though they are trying to tear down P. Diddy. Many of us feel like the reason why it's all coming out now is because P. Diddy was protected. Salute, Lucky Girl. Appreciate you for pulling up, Lucky Girl. So, in my honest opinion, and you all let me know, in my honest opinion, these things aren't so much as of are just, like these victims aren't just coming forward with it. These victims came out years ago. These victims went to someone and told someone. They tried to tell someone. But we got to remember, Baby Oil Man has been protected. Let's just call a spade a spade. He's been protected. And this is why most of these things we are just hearing about. Salute, Miss Parker. But somewhere, somehow, somebody knew about these allegations. Now, it's not what you know, it's what can be proven in the court of law. Remember, a previous demonstration, I showed y'all the white party, and we actually seen two young people in that picture. They looked at no more to be 14 or 15. Looking for a place to rest, plaintiff entered what she believed to be an empty bedroom so she could lie down for a moment, the suit states. Tammy says a cover-up. Yeah, they've been covering up for Baby Oil Man. Soon after, Combs, along with a male and female celebrity, entered the room. Combs aggressively, she's saying that Baby Oil Man aggressively approached the plaintiff with a crazed look on his eyes, grabbed her, and said, "You are ready to party." The filing added. The woman alleges she was then pinned down in the R word by Combs and the male celebrity as the unnamed female star watched. Wow, I'm curious to know. I want to know who these two celebrities are. Who was the male celebrity that joined in, and who was the female celebrity that stood by and watched? She claims Combs tried to force her to perform oral sex, but she fought him off by hitting him in the neck, according to the filing. The alleged victim said she and left the bedroom, roaming naked through the house looking for the exit. Once outside, the then teen put on her clothes and walked to a nearby gas station where a I'm sorry, y'all experiencing auto difficult. So let me read that back. Once outside, the then teen put on her clothes and walked to a nearby gas station where a female clerk who noticed her distress let her use the phone to call her dad to pick her up, the filing states. Now, my question with this is, when dad came, what did dad do? Because, I mean, even with a mom, a parent, period, if this happened to their child, a mom or dad is going to be ready to go to war behind their child, especially their little girl, even their sons. So my question is, what did the dad do? All right, now this is a Sean Diddy Combs accompanied by attorneys. This is his attorneys, Mark and Anthony, and with his mom seated in the back, attends a hearing in federal court in Manhattan. Now his mom is under investigation as well, because they're saying that his mom, as well as his sons, knew about Baby Oil Man's behavior, knew about these alleged victims, and also the mom participated in some of these freak-offs. We're going to cover that a little bit later into this demonstration. Tammy says, yeah, they don't want you to tell this or anything else. After the assault, the plaintiff fell into a deep depression, which continues to affect every facet of her life, the suit said. The girl said she'd ended up at the party after trying to get into the VMAs show at Radio City Music Hall without a ticket earlier that night. In a bid to cajole her way inside, the alleged victim said she approached several limousine drivers outside the venue, including one who worked for Combs, and invited her to the after party. The driver, who allegedly told her she fit what Diddy was looking for, later drove her to a large white house with a gated U-shaped driveway, the suit claimed. She claims she signed a non-disclosure agreement preventing her from talking about what she saw at the celebrity-filled party. I don't know about you all, but I got to play devil's advocate with this. I have to play devil's advocate with this. Now, you have a 13-year-old little girl, all right, that, according to her, she snuck or she, you know, approached several limousine drivers. Now, at 13 years old, you know that you're not supposed to be going to this adult event. Do anybody else feel that as far as the 13-year-old accuser? What was she left alone? See, this is when it comes to these minors, and I got to speak on it. When it comes to the minors, where was the parents? Where was the parents in all of this? She said when she did escape and she went to the gas station and the clerk helped her, she said her dad came. So you mean to tell me her dad ain't make a big commotion about this? Something don't sound right. The accuser didn't name any of the stars she allegedly said. The accuser didn't name any of the stars she allegedly spotted, but described witnessing widespread drug use, including marijuana and cocaine, the suit says. The latest suits come just days after Combs' lawyers begged a Manhattan federal judge to force prosecutors to reveal the names of the ever-increasing number of accusers who have been coming forward with years-old allegations. Salute, Caramel. Salute. Salute, Caramel. This case is unique, in part because of the number of individuals levying allegations against Mr. Combs due to his celebrity status, wealth, and the publicity of his previously settled lawsuit. The lawyers argue in the letter, this has had a pervasive ripple effect, resulting in a torrent of allegations by unidentified complainants, spanning from the false to outright absurd. I gotta play devil's advocate because now with these minors, when we look at Usher, let's start with the first minor that we know of that was placed in Baby Oil Man's care. His mother, Usher's mother, sent Usher, a 12-year-old little boy. I ain't sending my 12-year-old son to live with no man. I ain't sending my 12-year-old son to live with no strangers. Point blank. So you got to start questioning these parents' motives. It was all about a money grab. Now, and I pray and I hope that this is not the case, because a victim is a victim. And A victim do not deserve to be shamed. A victim do not deserve to be made like they're lying. We should believe these victims. However, it messes it up for real victims when you have these people that's only in it for the money. It messes it up for real victims when people play the victim card and nothing happened to them. I can't see how a 13-year-old girl, knowing that this is an adult event, how was she left alone? Where was the parents? Where was the parents? Now, there are some hot in the pants 13-year-old girls, and these are the 13-year-old girls that I'm referring to. There are some hot in the pants 13-year-old girls. There are some fast girls. Always have been and always will. It's not to say she deserved it. That's not what I'm saying. But if you are putting yourself in this predicament, if you are putting yourself in these situations, do we supposed to hold a 13-year-old girl accountable? Or regardless of her actions, do we supposed to give her a pass? I'm asking. Caramel says, who took her? Suntan says, kids can be rebellious. Them as adults should have had better judgment. That should have been adult activity. Okay, I can accept that, Suntan. I can accept that because I don't want to jump and reach and make it into the 13-year-old girl should have been more cautious. Caramel says, who's neglectful? Who's the neglectful one? See, the parents. Now, I'm a parent. I'm a father. And as parents, yes, our children do get into some things without our knowledge. And you can have a child that was raised by two parents and both parents were successful. That child still could go down left. That child could still make some wrong decisions and end up not successful. So it's not to, say that the parent is responsible. Because like I said before, I was a child before. And Lord knows when my mother found out some of the things that I was involved in, it broke her heart. Lord knows a lot of things my mother went to her grave not knowing that I was into. My mother raised me to be an upstanding citizen. My mother raised me to go to school, get an education. My mother raised me to get a 9-to-5 and work and then one day own a business of my own. That's how my mother raised me. I chose to go in left field. And I chose to go in left field at 12 years old. Now, I wasn't into none of this that Baby Oil Man was into. No, I wasn't into none of this. But let's look a little deeper and see what else is being said. Now, this is P. Diddy and Jennifer Lopez at a Music Video Awards, September 7th, 2000. Combs' lawyers argued they needed to know the names of his accusers to properly prepare for his criminal trial, slated for May the 5th. The government is thus forcing him unfairly to play a guessing game, one made all the more challenging by the slew of baseless allegations that desperate plaintiffs are lodging at him. For the most part, anonymously, No, that's not what that word. Anonymously. I'm gonna have to come back. Y'all can help me out with that. But in opportunistic civil suits, and I apologize for not pronouncing them words right. The filing states, when reached by the Post about the most recent allegations, Combs' lawyers referred to an earlier statement in which they derided the lawsuits as clear attempts to garner publicity. Mr. Combs and his legal team had full confidence in the facts, their legal defenses, and the integrity of the judicial process, the statement said. In court, the truth will prevail that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. Now, this is Combs draped his arm around a 16-year-old boy he allegedly sexually assaulted at a Hamptons white party in 1998. See, here's my thing, everybody. Here's my thing. Now, this is an outdoor event. So, how can some events, I can understand the children, I can understand the minors being there. Once again, it's the drugging, it's the forcing. That's what I can't get with. Now, Combs, who is being held without bail in federal custody in Brooklyn following his arrest last month, has pleaded not guilty to federal charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The federal indictment against him detailed troubling allegations that Combs manipulated women and plied them with drugs to participate in freak-offs, violent sex sections that were sometimes recorded against their will. Now, that's a charge. That's a charge. Wow. So now he got another minor. And see, these are serious allegations. If I'm not mistaken, this is what sent R. Kelly to prison. The pornography of minors. Now, I ask y'all, are they trying to set Baby Oil Man up? Are they setting Baby Oil Man up? Y'all let me know. Some people are saying that his mother is whom made him. Rico Dub says Baby Oil Man is cooked. No, I don't want this. Ronald says, I don't know. I never paid dude no attention until now. Have you ever listened to any of his music? Have you ever listened to any of P. Diddy's music? No. Now, Sean Diddy Combs' mother defends him. I mean, that's her son. I'm going to just say that. That's her son. And just because, and this is just my opinion, just because she defends her son doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't necessarily make her guilty. That's her son. You know, in the public, my mother would always defend me in the public. Now, behind closed doors, you know, that's a different story. And I'm sure the majority of you mothers out there feel the same way, regardless of what. Regardless of what the world may think of Baby Oil Man. Regardless of what Baby Oil Man has done. Baby Oil Man came from his mother. She carried him for 9 months. She carried him for 9 months. And a mother's love for a son is like no other kind of love. They love their daughters. Y'all love y'all daughters. But the love that a mother had for their son. So what they saying is she was participating in some of these freak-offs. They're also saying that she was aware. Let me grab some comments. Tammy says, Shank, he's still sick, and I would be ashamed too if it was my son. Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think that Baby Oil Man is sick? Do y'all think that he's addicted to drugs? Or do y'all think that Baby Oil Man is in his right frame of mind? Do y'all think that Baby Oil Man knew what he was doing? What are y'all thoughts? Do y'all think that Baby Oil Man knew what he was doing? He's a grown man. Rico says, notice how they trying to make it so even he brings names out. He wouldn't be credible to bring out those big names like himself. That's a good point. That's a good point, Rico. I'm waiting for these names to get dropped. I'm waiting, and I've been waiting for a long time. I'm waiting for these names to get dropped. You know, because other people can be in the threat. Tammy says, yes, he knew Shank. Miss G says, I think he is in his right frame of mind, but he felt privileged. That's what I think. That's what I think. The money went to his head. I mean, he P. Diddy. Come on. He P. Diddy. And that's why I don't be understanding, like, when these people have the names that they have. I mean, I'm sure that there are thousands of women out here that you didn't have to drug them. You didn't have to force them to participate in the freak off. I'm sure that there were men. I'm sure that there are thousands of men that wouldn't have a problem with giving you sexual favors. So that's for me, when I look at everything, I look at it like, yo, do you know who you are? Everything that you wanted, you could have got without forcing anybody, without drugging anybody. Salute Mode or Culture. You P. Diddy. So when I hear these allegations, some of them I be like, ah. Tammy says, again, I never cared for him. Anyway, so F. P. Diddy. Now you got the kids, the 13-year-old kids. Are they in it? Because one dude, now I didn't believe the dude, I think he was 16 at the time, or he might have been young. No, he was younger, but he showed it was a picture of him and Baby Oil Man, and I think he was 6 years old. And Baby Oil Man was hugging him, and he said that when Baby Oil Man was hugging him, he felt uncomfortable. And in that allegation, I was like, I ain't believing him right here. Some of them I just don't believe. When it comes to Cassie, hey, the proof is in the video. We see the video. So when it comes to Cassie, it's right there. Salute Perp. Perp says that's crazy. Rico says, Shank, what do you think about the FO video that sold for $500 million with Rihanna and Nicki Minaj in it? I couldn't even tell you, Rico. I couldn't even tell you. Because it's like, let's chop it up, y'all. Deborah says he couldn't get what he wanted because he wanted babies. And that's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. Tammy says it probably was the evil spirit in him. Shank, kids pick up things like that. It's in the word. That's true. Rico says it's me, Jaguar Wright spoke about it. Now, y'all know how I feel about Jaguar. I do feel like the majority of the things that Jaguar says is the truth. I do feel like that. I feel like the majority of the things that Jaguar Wright says. Let's go to Jaguar. Let's go to Jaguar. Make sure y'all pull back up at 2 o'clock. Make sure y'all pull back up at 2. Let me see. Jaguar Wright's disturbing allegations against Diddy, freak-offs, sex tapes, and more. Let me see if I can get a video from her.
discuss the scope of these alleged crimes, speculative theories about other celebrities' alleged involvement, and how this allegedly goes further back than just Sean Combs. He's got everybody on tape Jaguar Wright's allegations began. They all know it. See, this is the thing. Everything that I'm about to say to you is not my first-hand knowledge, it is my first-hand witness account experience.
You know, I want Jaguar Wright herself. Salute, Tommy.
That Nikki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
So just when we thought Jaguar was done exposing the industry, she just appeared in another explosive interview. And this time, she exposed Nicki Minaj for leaking the disturbing viral audio of Diddy clapping Meek's cheeks. Apparently, Nicki has been holding on to the tape for years now because she was scared of Diddy coming after her and her family. But in the wake of all the SA allegations against him, she decided to finally release it. Initially, people thought the audio was leaked by one of Diddy's bodyguards, but it turns out Nicki and her team paid the ex-bodyguard to say that he was the one that leaked it, so Diddy and his goons wouldn't go after her. But now that the truth has been revealed, it looks like things are about to get even messier than they already are. Now, if y'all remember, Meek was recently exposed for being DL and being Diddy's boy toy. This was revealed in the latest SA lawsuit filed against him by producer Lil Rod. He says Diddy has had several boy toys in the industry, including Meek and Usher. Lil Rod didn't explicitly mention Meek and Usher's names, but he gave a detailed description about them that pretty much made it more than easy to figure out who he was talking about. He described Meek as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, and described Usher as a male R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Now, I really don't think I need to tell y'all this, but Meek is in fact a rapper from Philadelphia, and he dated Nicki Minaj from 2015 to 2017. Usher also just had a successful Vegas residency, which reportedly grossed over $100 million. And he did in fact perform at the Super Bowl a couple months ago. As soon as all of this started going viral on social media, Meek immediately went into defense mode and started spiraling like never before, in a desperate attempt to convince everybody that he was good, but nobody was buying that at all. I would trash any celebrity if they tried a wild move on me. No pics literally go crazy on them. That's all. I'm from Philly, man. All my guys always watch me around this wild industry. Every black blog site enhanced that post to make me seem gay. I change laws for our people. I donate millions. They're designed to destroy the image of black leaders. It can't work with me though. You gotta really with me. And I still will get bigger after death. This guy, not me, LOL. And after hours of ranting over nothing, he finally decided to address the elephant in the room, and he claimed that the allegations about him sleeping with men were false.
Well, it's been out there for a minute that, like she said, that Meek was Baby Oil Man's boy toy, and hey, it is what it is. That for me, for me, it's the minors. But like Meek and them, if that's what float they boat, then that's what float they boat. You know, I'm not too concerned about what Meek and them and grown men and women are doing in their bedrooms. You know, I'm more concerned with Baby Oil Man's mom, like under this investigation for conspiracy. You know, what's going to come out? What's going to come out? You know, do they got phone records? Is Baby Oil Man's mom on these videos? You know, what's really good? That's what I'm more focusing on. Many of them have sold their soul. Many of them have sold their souls to the devil. Make sure everybody pull back up for my next demonstration at 2 o'clock. Alexis Sky assaults best friend. Why she's no longer voting for Trump. And also what she's looking for in a girlfriend. Make sure everybody pull back up in 20 minutes for this demonstration. Alexis Sky assaults best friend. Why she no longer voting for Trump. And also what she's looking for in a girlfriend. Salute everybody, and I'll see y'all back in 20 minutes. Salute.